Hello, this is Waiki again. Thank you for watching and thank you for learning uh, English from Waiki. Yeah, your lesson for today, we're going to be talking about we're still on some of the things that are very confusing in English. Things like how to use the modal verbs, the things should, would, could. Uh, those are some of the things that are a little bit confusing, a little bit difficult, how to use. ちょっと難しい英語で使う、ちょっと難しい使い方がどうやって使うものもあるよね。例えば could, would, should is a little bit easy, not so difficult. Should の方が結構簡単ですよね。Could and would are そういうかちょっと難しい。どうやって使うのがいつ使うか、どこで使うとか、そういうちょっと難しいなんですよね。今日の lesson, what your lesson for today, you're going to be learning some of the other things that are very similar and also a little bit difficult or a little bit confusing to understand in their use, how to use. We're going to be talking about some clauses. These are some of the things that it can be used as clauses or adjectives or conjunctions or verbs or nouns. You can use some of the things in various ways, you know. いろいろ使い方があるんですよね。そしたら、if we're going to talk, if we're going to be talking about how to use things like the if, even if, even though, or even when, or though, although, in spite of, Inspite となったよね。in spite of, despite. This one over here, I'm going to write this one over here. Despite. The of over here, I'm writing it down to make it easy for you to understand. When you look at this, この同じ書き方書けば簡単, it's easy to understand. So when you use in spite of, it's in spite of. When despite of over here, if you write despite of and then you cross it, so it's easy for you to understand. これの方が簡単ですよね。despite 使うときには of が消してるんだから使えないの意味。そうこれの方が I think it's 分かりやすい。この書き方だったら分かりやすいと思うんですね。In spite of and then despite, when you use despite, you use it without the of on it, on the word. So if you write it this way, この書き方で書いたら、後でcross 書けば、見るときに、なるほど。これ despite ときには of が言わないんですよね、の意味。で、この書き方で書けば、見やすい。It's easy to understand, easy to see, easy to know, and easy to remember. So the things over here, this is how we're going to talk about how to use the things over here. But so over here, the despite with, and then the I want to write the regardless as the last word over here. Regardless. So all the things over here are very similar in Japanese. The if itself, I think it's easy. If is moshi. If moshi ame futara ikanai. Okay, so I'm going to write even or if it rains. If it rains, I don't go, or I don't I don't go, or I don't take my umbrella. I don't go, or I don't take an umbrella. Wow, an umbrella. So if it rains, I don't take my umbrella. Do ame fute mo iku, ame fute mo ikimasu, or ame fute mo kasamote ikanai. This one over here. Even if, so これはもし雨降ったら。This one over here is もし雨降ったらじゃなくて雨降っても。So this one over here, even if is ame fute mo. So even if it rains, comma, I don't take. We use the same thing over here. I don't take my umbrella. Okay, so this one over here is moshi ame futara. Moshi ame futara kasamote ikanai. This one over here, even if is ame fute mo kasamote ikanai, or ame fute mo shikoto ikimasu. It doesn't matter if even if it rains, I go to work. This one over here, even though, because in Japanese they are very similar, and I think Japanese, everything over here is almost covered by nani nani ate mo, ame fute mo, ikanakute mo, karekonakute mo, onakasuite mo hatarakimasu toka. So all the things over here are very similar in Japanese. They are also very similar in English, but I think most of the times that we use the things over here, it all depends on the situation. Depends on the time that we are using the word or the thing over here. So even though we're going to use the same situation, we're going to use the same condition, same thing over here to make it easy to understand. We same ここで大体同じことを使った方がいいよね。雨降ることを話しているだから、これの方がわかりやすい。It's easy to understand. So even though it rains, I still go. Even though it rains, I go. そしたらまたここで雨降っても行きます。そしたら変わらないよね、日本語は。日本語だったら雨降っても行きます。雨お腹空いても働くとか、今日仕事遅くまで働いても働きますとかなんとか。So if you look at the things over here, everything they are all similar in Japanese. 何々やってもやります。Even though it rains, I go is also 雨降っても行きます。This one over here, even when I think over here in Japanese will be 雨降る時でも雨降るのに I think it's 雨降るのに or 雨降るなのに I think Waiki よく考えると、僕としては I think in this case over here will be the 雨時でも行きました even when it was raining I went 雨降ってた時も行きました So they are very similar、結構似てるんですけどちょっと違い方があるんですよね So in this case over here even when it was raining I went だから雨降っても行きました雨降ってた時でも行きましたですよね This one over here, thaw is also though it's raining or though it rains though it's raining or though it rains we don't know what you want to say over here but 雨降っても雨降るのに行きます So it rains, I still go. So sa mata ko po de ame fute mo ikimasu. Ame furu nano ni janai ka. Ame fute mo ikimasu. ちょっと結構細かいですよね。Very small, very little differences between, but they are a little bit different in some cases. So over here, also this also and tho are very similar, or they are the same. 使い方は also is a little more polite. 結構ちょっと丁寧な感じ。This one over here, but 使い方一緒。So this one over here, although it rains, I will still go without an umbrella, or I still go to work. This one over here, even although and though are the same, but this one over here is a little bit polite. Although の方がちょっと丁寧な感じですよね。誰かにちょっと上持ってるポジションの人に言うと、although 使った方がいい。This one over here, in spite of, そしたらここで使い方が言い方が違うんですよね。これまた although it rains or it's raining 一緒 although it rains I 何々 this one over here, since we are using the same situation over here, we're still talking about the rain. So this when you use in spite of 使うときにここちょっと変わるんですね。So in spite of it rains じゃなくて in spite of ここで in spite of その名詞その話してることを whether if it's a noun, a 名詞 or a pronoun, like pronoun is things like I, so instead of I it's me, so instead of he it's him. So over here you can also whether use a pronoun or a noun or something over here. So in spite of the rain this month. So in spite of it's raining じゃなくて in spite of the rain になるんですね。そしたら意味はここが雨あるのに in spite of the rain. I think over here is 雨あるのに行きます。雨あるのにじゃないか。雨あるのに雨あってもどっちか何か。だよね。でもここで in spite 必ず in spite of the rain I go 雨降っても行きますが雨降るのに行きます This one over here その下は despite So remember ここで書いてたのは despite of 消してる Okay So when you use these two things over here are the same In spite of and despite are the same things but over here if you look over here the of is 消してるBut I wrote it over here so it's easy for you to understand. Make it easy for you when you look over here. The off is with the cross over it, so that means you can't use it. So in spite of the rain or despite the rain, it's the same thing. Despite the rain, I still go to work or whatever you want. This one over here, regardless of なんとかなんとか、これはかからすなんと日本語かからすか必ずじゃなくてなんだか regardless of so まだ一緒みたいよね regardless of the rain I would still go or I still go so また一緒ですよねここでは regardless of is also 何々あってもBut I think over here is more of a, it doesn't matter, or regardless of somebody's color, or regardless of the weather, regardless of, it doesn't matter what kind of weather, it doesn't matter what kind of, whatever color he has, or whatever, it's like more of a whatever doesn't matter type of thing over here. Regardless of the 何々あってもまた一緒になってるよね。何々あっても大体 over here 日本語にすると結構同じくらい感じですよね。何々あっても何々あるのに they are a little bit different in some cases. 結構細かい 違い方があるんですけど、大体似てるんですよね。All the things over here are almost 何あっても彼来ても even if he's not here, we still gonna start the class or 彼いなくても来なくても始まります。Okay? Or even though he's not here, 彼ここいない。even though he's not here, 彼いなくてもまた一緒になってるよ。いなくてもやります。So we're gonna go through the things over here with some more examples later, or we're gonna be. I think the best way to do is to try to make sentences or make questions, phrases, or statements and stuff to see how this can be easily understand or understood the way they are used. Okay, so we're gonna finish over here for today because usually only 5 minutes, but I think we went over 5 minutes already. But we're gonna finish over here this now. We're gonna finish it over here, and then we will come back again for some more stuff. So I hope you're gonna I hope you learn, or I hope you're gonna learn things over here. これ頑張ってください。これちょっと覚えれば結構使い方が結構使うよ。分かれば結構いいと思うんですね。頑張ってください。OK。See you. Catch you later.